Hello guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending where you're watching me from. Uh, we'll be taking you guys on a project lightening a bulb, that's an electric bulb, and switching off an electric bulb, you know, building such on JavaScript. Yeah, if you are new to JavaScript or you've been a programmer, you've done one or two, or maybe you've been trying this kind of projects and you'll be finding it difficult to achieve something like this. I think this is the best platform now for you to leverage on. Okay, I'll be taking you guys on how you can build uh, a light bulb, you know, a software where you can easily turn on and turn off a light bulb. Okay, on the browser. That's using the combination of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Okay, so relax your mind, take your time, and watch this video to the end. You will really learn a lot. Okay, so first thing first, I'm going to build a folder. All right, don't really look at the existing projects here. I'm going to build a new folder. That's you go to open folder, create a new file for your project. So I can use this file, new, have new folder. Okay, I can name it, let me say, uh, my training, okay, or my teaching, my teachings, okay. You save it, then you select the folder on your VS Code. Good. So this is your new folder here. So even if you go to your browser, let's go to our browser, if you go to desktop, you look for it here. Look for it. You will see my teachings. Yeah, look at it here. Okay, these my teachings. Yeah. So let's go back to our VS Code. So after creating our folder, the first thing first or the second thing we need to do is to create our files, okay, where we can build this project. So there are two basic files here. The first one is new file, while the second one is new folder, okay. This new folder means if you want to create a different folder to an existing folder that you've created. While file means creating a file inside this folder. All right, creating a file inside this folder means even if you go to your browser, okay, here now this is a folder. So if you want to create a file, you just open it, here, create a new file. So but we are not doing it outside the VS Code machine, okay. So we'll do it directly here. And what are we trying to build? A light bulb, a website or a software where we can easily on and off a light bulb, okay. So here we can say, since we are using the combination of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, so the first thing first will be, let's open a folder, or sorry, a file for our HTML. Then we can say index.html, okay, enter. We've created this file now, right? So the second thing we need to do is to create our CSS file. It may be necessary. So we can say lightbulb.css, okay. So these are CSS. Then the last thing is to create our JavaScript. We can say lightbulb.js. Okay, enter. So this is it. So then let's not forget, since we are building a software for an electric bulb, we'll also create a file where we can save pictures, you know, pictures of electric bulb, from a server, from Google or wherever platform you would like to get them from. So here we can call our images, okay, where we can save our pictures or pixels. Enter. So far we are good to go. All right. So the first thing first is to build our HTML, because in coding, anything you want to build, be it Facebook, anything, Twitter, websites, you must start with the HTML. All right. It's a language used in building softwares, most softwares online. Okay. So index.html, let's start with that. So to call up our template, we just do shift exclamation mark. Okay, as shift 1. So shift means you are commanding the system to pick the second version of the button, that's uh, exclamation mark. So when something like this pops out, is either you make use of your mouse to click here, or you just simply click enter. All right, enter. It will generate the template for you, the starter template for the HTML folder. Okay, don't have to stress yourself trying to understand this starter template. Okay, this is just a constant starter template before you can start building whatever you want to build uh, on your VS Code or using HTML. So the title here means document. All right, title here means document. It simply means the title of what you want to build. For instance, let's view live. To view live, you right click on index HTML, you go to open with Lifesaver. Right, open with Lifesaver. Okay, so if you can check at the taskbar of the browser, you will see document. This thing means title. It means the title you are using. All right, the title means what? Document. So we can easily change this document to any name you would want to name your title. All right, so okay, hold on, let me maximize this or minimize this. Let me just minimize. All right, so we can be seeing what we are doing. So from here now, you can see the document here, right? Okay, so we can easily change this to, let's say, light bulb, right? A light bulb. So if you go back to the browser, you will see that it has changed to light bulb. Okay, so whatever name you would like to call it, this is where you uh, change it. So whatever you put here will reflect here, right? So now going further, let's link our CSS and our JavaScript. First thing first, because these files here must be linked to your HTML. If not, nothing will function. Okay, nothing will function. So let's link our CSS. To link our CSS, it will be between the head of your HTML folder. This is the head, that's after title. Just simply say link. You go to link CSS. Okay, a template will be produced for you. Then go to href, remove this slash to call your files. Now if you click on slash, you call your files, then you pick your CSS folder. Okay, this is the CSS folder here. So to confirm if you've activated this, when you hover on the light bulb, follow link would pop up. Just click on the follow link, it will take you straight to the file for your CSS. Okay, so going back to our HTML, now the last thing we will need to do here is is to call our, sorry, before that, I think we made a mistake in our image. The image should be in a separate folder and not really a file. All right. So you can just delete it from here, then create a folder. Oh, no, don't worry. It's still fine. Images. It's still fine. It's okay. So sorry for that. Let's link our JavaScript. And to link our JavaScript, you have to do it at the bottom part of your HTML, right? Bottom part. It doesn't mean you cannot put it at the heading part, okay? But it will easily help the system to understand your code, okay? It will help the system to understand your code, because in coding the system picks from head to toe, okay, from head to toe. So it runs the server from what is from the beginning to the down part of whatever code you are doing. So the JavaScript comes at the below part or the bottom part. So here, to link the JavaScript, you just have to say script, click, then before the anchor tag or in between the anchor tag, you just put your source, that is source, then slash. JS will appear for you here. Okay, so this is how to call external JavaScript. If you want to confirm your link, if your link is working, just hover on this. You see follow link, you click, you see to take you to the file for lightbulb JavaScript. All right. So now for the image, we just have to put, since we are building a light bulb that we can easily turn on and turn off, we need to import some images from Google, you know, from Google or whatever. So this is Google. Just go here, pick any image that you like. You have to do two things. Pick a bulb for off, that's something like this, understand? Then you also pick second one that would signify awning, okay? So but I won't be doing that because I already have some images saved on my system, right? So I'll be leveraging on the ones I've already saved. So now what I'll have to do is to go to my browser, okay? What I'll have to do is to go to my browser. Sorry, we need to call a different, our image should be a different folder. Okay, images, good. Our image should be a different folder, sorry, not file. So to call my image, I will have to go to my existing file where I saved some pictures. All right, so have to images. So as you can see, I saved two pictures here. So this is off bulb and on bulb. You should have this on your system too. All right, so we'll be working with these two on our JavaScript or on our code. So simply copy these two images. Okay, I'm copying mine now. Copy, then you go to your file. You can easily come to your VS Code machine and paste directly from here, okay? So, but for you not to be confused, simply do it directly to the folder you created for your work or for your project. So I copied from here. So I'm trying to locate the folder I'm building on. That is my teachings. Yeah, look at it. My teachings. Simply paste the image here. Control V to paste. Okay. Right. So I think we are done with that. Good. So this is it. Control V to paste. So we have our images now stored. So if you come back to your VS Code machine, when you click here, you will notice that the images are already saved automatically. All right. So When we are done with that, we just have to start building our HTML. Okay, we build our HTML. Just have to build. So on this HTML, this is where we'll put our comments right up. We'll also put the pictures of our image, put button for on and off. You understand? Even in your household, when you want to switch on a light bulb or an electric bulb, you must have a switch, okay? Yeah, so we also apply that switch on the browser, right? We call it button, okay? So also apply it. So when you easily click on it, you will see some changes happening. So the first thing first is to create our container where we can house our code, okay? It's very, very necessary to start up your code with a container, all right? So container, we have dot container, that's creating a div. But so we'll create the first div, which will be our container. Then the second one will be the word or the write up, whatever name you want to call it, write up. Okay. So in our write up, we can say call our h3. H3, it's just like a heading. Okay. Write up. You can change the name to say heading. Heading. Write up. You can say uh this is uh this is an app where can easily turn on and off, turn on and off an electric what bulb. Okay, electric bulb. Simple as that. You can also increase this to 2. Okay, as we are using H2 to increase it a bit. So this is it. It's just like our heading, all right? So for the second part, we have to call our paragraph. That's paragraph B. It also serves uh, as a write-up, okay? But in this case, this will write in a smaller template, okay? An app where we can easily turn on and off an electric bulb. So here we can say to to activate this command, simply click on the buttons below, okay? To activate this command, simply click on the button below, okay? So buttons below. So this is it. So we are done with our first div, that is the heading. So inside the container, we'll create another div for our images, where we can put the bulb. The bulb should be visible before we can now apply our button. All right. So here we'll call our div for image or images. Then remember, we already saved our images on this image folder here, okay? So these are the two. When you click, you will see this is the first image, while this is the second image, okay? So you should have this also stored on your image folder. So let's go back to our HTML. Now to call our image, you use the code img, okay? Img, you enter. it will bring out a template for you where you can import your image to your browser. All right. So slash means to call whatever attributes you want to call or folder you want to call on your HTML. So here we'll pick just one. You go to your image, you pick off bulb, right? Off bulb. So if you watch here, it will appear. Okay. So this is it. Pick off bulb. So we are done calling our image. So to comment, just say shift slash slash, sorry, control slash to comment. We just say here is our image. All right. So commenting would help an external programmer to understand your code. Yeah. So now the third thing we need to do is to put our button. Remember what I told you about switch, okay? You cannot on and off an electric bulb without uh, using the switch, okay? So here our own switch will be a button. So we'll call our button comments. This is our what? Switch. Let's use that switch, okay? Or we say what? Button, button, button. Yep. So here we create a div for our button, okay? Create a div. We can say dot button. We have enter. We'll be creating three different buttons, okay? One would be the on button, that is the on switch, while the second one they will be the off switch, okay? Will be the off switch. Then the third one, the third button there will be a printing button, whereby maybe if we'd like to let's say screenshot the page, that's the browser you are on, you like to save it on your file, you know, a switch where you when you click, automatically the system would screenshot the page for you, okay? So the first switch we're gonna create here, we say button. When you call a button, automatically the machine will provide this for you. Click on button, okay? So here we say turn on. So this is it, turn on. If you watch on the browser, you will see the icon here, turn on. So turn on, okay? So inside it, we can just say, okay, the second one will be what? Let's say turn off, turn off. While the last switch will be uh, print, print me, okay? Print me, print me, okay? So now let's do something. Let's do something here. We put our JavaScript properties. JavaScript properties. We say type will be button. Then on click, put on click for our JavaScript. That is, on click means when you click on this button, what will happen to this bulb? Okay. When you click on, turn off, print me, what will happen to this bulb? You understand? So that is JavaScript for you. So you are telling JavaScript, please, when a client or when a browser or a client who is browsing clicks on this, please do this particular thing for me. So here we say on click, we have we can call it any name you want. On click, let's say, let's call it light light bulb. All right, light bulb. On click, light bulb, that is shift this. So between this brackets. This is where we'll put our value. Yeah, we'll say uh, 2, that is on click, to turn on, 2, 1, 1, here will be 0. Okay, here will be 0. Why 0 is because in computer language it starts with 0. 0, 1, 2, like that. You climb up 0, 1, 2. Okay, so let's continue. Let's continue. Or, sorry, here we'll say turn off be 0, turn on will be 1. And let's leave the printing button blank. Let's leave it blank. Okay, so we are done creating div for our button. Okay, so this is it: turn on, turn off, and print me. So now the last thing we need to do here is to think we are okay. We are okay. So let's build our CSS. CSS simply means adding color, adding style, to your HTML. What do you want this thing to do? Like, what kind of color do you want your write-up to carry? Understand? You can also beautify your buttons and all that. So let's go to our CSS. First thing first is to build the background. Let's add body. Let's add the background color to our body. Okay, the reason why we picked bodies, because if you watch here, body, we have the body one, that is 0. When you go down a bit, you will see another body. So this body means is housing everything you are doing. So when you call body, the attribute body, and change a color, it will change the color of the entire browser for you. Okay, and that is the work of the CSS. So to change the color, you have background color. Let's pick let's pick, let's say, which color now would be okay for us. Okay, let's go with this. Okay, something like this. Let's pick gray. Gray. Okay, I think gray is perfect. Gray is perfect. Or let's leave it as white. So the most important thing is CSS beautifies your words, your code. So the second one is go back, you will see here we have heading. Okay, if you want to talk to this H2 and P, you simply come to your CSS. Okay, here you say heading what to heading H2, heading H2, so that's heading H2. Just say dots heading H2. We have let's say font size will be 20 pixels. Let's see. Okay, you see it's changing. Let's increase it to 40. 40 pixels is too big. Okay, so now let's change font family. Let's put our font family to be, let's pick opens, opens, opens. I think, okay, this is perfect. I don't think so. Time Roman. Okay, I think this is good. This is good. This is good. H2. Then you can pick color, color to be, let's say, red. Okay, so it will change to red. Uh, so then for the other one, that's the P. We have heading P. Okay, we have font font size. Let's give it 20 pixels. Okay, it will increase a bit. Let's say I think it's too big. 15 pz. Let's try 18. I think this is perfect. So here, let's call, say, justify content, background color. Okay, we have dot container, justify content, center, center to text align center. So text align center is to bring our code in between, okay? So to bring all our code at the center of our browser. So that is the work of text align. And the reason why we are seeing this dot container is because if you go to the HTML, you notice that the container is housing everything. All right. So that is it. So let's give spaces. Let's give spaces. So this H2, or let's say P, to give space, you can just say padding or padding top, or no, margin top, margin top, let's say 20 pixel, 20 pixel, 50. Okay, so you see it will give some space there. Let's use 40. I think 40 is cool. Then for our image, let's give a space between this bulb and this right top. So when you go back, you see that we have a div image here. But before we do that, let's put our ID that would call later when we start building our JavaScript. Let's call this ID, or can call it anything. Let's say my ID will be my image. Okay, so now to control this bulb, let's pick images, or we can say img. Okay, to control the bulb, say img. This, we have margin top, let's give it 40 pixels. So you see it has given some spaces, or some space, sorry for that. 30, I think 40 is cool. Okay, so let's increase the width, that's the size of the bulb. Say width, That's width. Let's say 50 pz. Okay, 50 pz is too small. Say 100 pz, too small. 200, good. I think 200, we are making progress. 250, we'll make it more bigger. Okay, let's use 300. 300 is too much. 250 is perfect. So 250 is cool. Is to increase the size of your bulb. All right. So now the last thing now will be our button. Let's do something on our button. So the div for our button is what? Button. So we go to our CSS. We go to our CSS. We call button button. Okay. Margin top. Let's give it a 30 pixels. Okay. Margin top. I think it's too small. 40 pixels. Alright, let's try 100, 1000. Okay, alright. Okay, button 100 pixels is too big. Let's try 50. Okay, 50. Let's try 40. Good. I think 40 is perfect. Okay, 40 is perfect. Oh, what is perfect? Okay, sorry for that. Just give me a moment, please. Thank you. Yeah, we are back. So we are back. We are back. We are back. So we are back. We are back. We are back. Right. So let's do something on this button. We can say to increase that's the size of the button. You can say padding. Give it that's the spaces in between the button or around this turn on. You can say up and down 5 pixels. Uh, we have 10 pixels. Okay, so this is it. We'll give you that. We'll say uh, border radius, border radius 2 pixels. Border radius is to okay, give this curve at the edge of the button. All right. So let's talk to the right up inside. We have font size or font weight, sorry, to make it bold. Font weight give us let's say bold. Okay, good. So this is on off and print me. Good. So now let's uh let's do something. Color, say background color. Let's try something of red. Okay, background color red. Okay, then color to white. That's the color right up to white. Good. Okay, so this is it. So now let's apply our over. I think it's fine now. It's fine. So now let's go to our JavaScript. We are done beautifying our website. Let's go to our JavaScript, where if you click turn on, this bulb will light up. When you click turn off, this bulb will go off. When you click print me, this entire page will print. Okay, so now that's the JavaScript. Now the first thing first is to call our function. In JavaScript, there is something they call function. Okay, you make use of function if you know that you have something you are going to click. Okay, this click, and that is why we gave it as on click light bulb. You understand? This on click means by the time I click on this button, what will happen? You understand? What will happen? That is why we are having our light, our function here on the JavaScript. Okay, so when I click on this, what will happen? I click on turn off, what will happen? When I click on print me, what will happen? So that's why we are going to activate our function. In JavaScript, you have function. Okay, when you click enter, these templates would be produced for you. So the name here is our parameter, why uh, this is our what value. So name here means the name we give to our on click. That is this light bulb. Okay, on click light bulb. Okay, let's change this prints to print me, prints, prints. So function light bulb, copy. Okay, function light bulb. Here we have 0. 0, that's our value to what? 0. Because if you come here, you notice that on turn off, our value here is what? 0. Okay, okay, light bulb. Sorry, this should be bulb, not bolt. Light bulb. Okay, so here we change it to bulb. Okay, so now function light bulb. So we've already picked this now to our JavaScript. JavaScript creates life, like it gives life to your words, your code. It makes it function, it makes it looks real. Okay, that's the meaning of JavaScript in code. So we are having light, uh, light bulb 0. That's the value. So here now we'll say let's create a function, or let's create a variable. We'll say pix var pix var pix is equal to, let's create an empty variable. Let's create an empty variable here. Pix is equal to, is equal to var pix is equal to this.